Finally, in this chapter we have two shell features that I'd like to show you, both of which pertain to line control. The first of them is that it's actually possible to run two or more Unix commands on the same line in a shell script. In other words, you could run a who command and an ls command on the same line before you press enter, as long as you separate the commands with a semicolon. Let's have a look at an example of that. This is actually a tricky little example, so I'd look at it closely if I were you. We've got two commands here, all on the same line. The first is the echo command, and we're echoing out the text, please enter your name, colon. Notice that the colon is part of the echo command. It's just simply one of the characters that we're going to echo out to the screen. Then we have a semicolon which says to the shell, right, that's the end of one command, everything else on this line is actually another command, and the other command is, of course, read name. So let's have a look at that in action. Give you a simple example first. I'll just do a pwd, then a semicolon, and then an ls, and of course you get the two commands running like that. You get the current directory followed by the contents of the current directory. And I'll show you that other example. Echo, please enter your name, colon, semicolon, and then read name. And it says please enter your name, and then I can obviously type in my name, and then it completes. And then just to prove that it actually did work, echo out $name, and I get Mark, of course. So that's a handy little thing to be able to do from time to time. Let's have a look at the second line control option. Occasionally, for aesthetic reasons, you may wish to split a command line over more than one line of text. Now this is actually not too difficult to do. You've actually seen a couple of ways of doing it already by surrounding the text with single or double quotes. But occasionally you want to do it when there is actually no appropriate use of quotes at all. So in that case you can use the backslash character. And an example of that might be, this command is split, and then it's the very, very last character on the line. It has to be the last character on the line. You can say, you can put a backslash character, which will make the next character, which in this case would be the new line character, non-special. In other words, you'll still get the new line in your echoed output, but the new line is no longer considered to be the end of the command, which is what new lines are usually treated as. The command will actually end at the second new line, which will be after the word lines. So keep that in mind when you're writing shell scripts. Occasionally you write great big long command lines and you don't want the text in the editor to automatically wrap, so you can actually wrap it yourself by putting a backslash on the end of the line. Okay, well that's the end of the actual content for this chapter. We'll now get on and have a look at some exercises for this chapter, and then we'll have a look at the course project.